Previously on Up at Noon.
Craig, have you seen this video of this news reporter that gets fired?
No, show it to me.
Check this out.
High definition.
Good evening, I'm Van Chu. You may have seen our newest AJ on NBC North Dakota News, and he'll be joining the weekend news team as my co-anchor. Tell us a little bit about yourself, AJ.
Thanks, Van. I'm very excited. I graduated from West Virginia University, and I'm used to, from being from the East Coast.
Okay, well, welcome aboard.
That's weird. That's how I got hired. That's how I describe Lair. I'm Greg Miller, IGN's newest editor. .com. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Up at Noon. Ought to be young and innocent again, long before Up at Noon made me the corrupted bag of evil I now am. Oh well, eat at Wendy's, everybody, or whoever's sponsoring the show. I don't care. We got a good one for you. Brian Altano blows the lid off the biggest features in the next Xbox, and Ashley Johnson, star of the huge upcoming game The Last of Us, is here to tell us how to survive the apocalypse. Oh, yeah. Fun fact, she also got her first job on Growing Pains by saying shit on the first day. They grow up so fast. But first, news you care about. Nintendo will not be doing an E3 press conference this year. Now, I think that with the PS4 and the next Xbox being at E3 in full force, Nintendo didn't want to get shown up, but I get that, ladies and gentlemen. In the second grade, I had to compete in this foot race, all right, with these two fast, skinny little jerks I didn't like at my school. But being the clever little meatball I was, I did exactly what I needed to survive that day. I cut class and cried behind the bleachers until the big kids went home. Nintendo. In related Nintendo news, they've announced a pink 3DS XL that will be out next month in the UK. Now, as you guys know, I'm a big guy, so an XL is perfect for me. And just look at you. You sexy little minx over there all pink. I tell you what, I really can't wait to get my hands all up in your pink clamshell of fun. Just really open you up and get in there and just spend hours pounding away on your big pink button. I just want to take my finger and just slide it up and down your bottom screen. If you know what I mean. All those long, hard games we'll share together. Just you and me, all night long, till the morning sun crawls into my messy bedroom as I lie there naked, cupping you in my hands, beads of sweat in my soft palms. So we just bask in the afterglow, get ready for another round. I don't get the laughs. Just because it's pink, you think I'm making a joke about the female anatomy? Grow up, Greg Atlas. I f***ed my blue 3DS too. Skyrim has been modded to work with the 3D virtual reality headset, the Oculus Rift. Now, obviously, this is huge news. I had to be the first person to try it, so here's my exclusive IGN review. What's up, everybody? It's me, Greg Miller, and today we're reviewing Skyrim on the Oculus Rift. Let's strap it on. I see what they're going for. Honestly, it's making me a little bit motion sick, but I get it. It's very pretty. Okay, it's a little bit disorienting, but I think I can get used to it. Man, I love overrating games for a living. It doesn't get any better. Microsoft has partnered with Pizza Hut to bring pizza delivery to Xbox Live through the Kinect Motion Control app. Yes, you can now use a device originally designed for exercise to instead make giant, shameful food decisions. In fact, it kind of reminds me of the time I used my treadmill as a pie cooling rack. They were delicious. EA has launched a contest where fans can decide which professional hockey player will grace the cover of its upcoming NHL game. And spoilers, for the 20th year in a row, it's a white guy. And finally, Microsoft has revealed that they will blow the lid off their upcoming next Xbox at a top-secret press event on May 21st to sneak us a little insight into the new system's biggest secrets. We go now to head of Xbox production design, Brian Altano. Brian!
Thanks, Greg. The next generation of video games is truly upon us, and here at Microsoft, we have the exact drive and motivation to do what we know we need to do the most.
Yeah, to move the wonderful medium of video games forward with creative ingenuity and technological prowess.
Not a chance. Our main goal this time is to up Sony's money.
Wait, what?
Yeah, look, we're both basically going to sell the same box with the same dumb games for the same stupid cartoons and forgettable characters, and we're going to sell them to the same stupid people for the same dumb price. Where's the fun in that? We set our sights on siphoning just enough of Sony's audience that they fold up and go away forever.
Oh, okay, then what?
What do you mean, then what? We close up shop. Consoles are a dying breed, Greg. We don't make money off of Xboxes. Nobody does. We just want to win and get back to making Windows and Microsoft Word and the Zunes.
Okay, but I mean, what about gamers, Brian? You love them. This doesn't make any sense.
It never has, Greg. Sense has been in short supply ever since the start of this console war. Microsoft and Sony put out amazing, engaging experiences that you just pop in and play, but people would rather update their PC drivers and worry about graphic cards, and then they call us we're inferior and stupid. We say, let's sit on the couch and relax and get lost in games. And then Nintendo's like, let's get on the exercise mat and make $1 million and say E3. Nothing makes sense in the video game industry, Greg. That's how this works. No matter who wins next, it's the dumbest idea that's going to succeed forever.
Brian Altano, everybody. Man, that's a future I don't want to live in. Speaking of futures I don't want to live in, Greg Way. Hold on. Totally obscured the teleprompter when I threw the papers. The Last of Us is out in June, and to tell us about that monster-infested future, give it the hell up for the voice of Ellie, Ashley Johnson. As I live and breathe, Ashley Johnson.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well.
All right, let's get the ground rules laid.
Let's just get down to the nitty gritty.
You came to E3. You're on the E3 show
I was.
a while back. You got the Troy Baker on there, a few other people. The comments of the YouTube I usually don't pay attention to, but a few of the comments this time said that you were making eyes at me. So I want you to keep that. I want you to keep that. And it's funny, right? Because literally 99% of YouTube comments are total bullshit, but that one was that rang true. So just keep it all together.
You know what?
Right?
I did see some of the comments, and there were a couple who were like, "She's not drinking her beer," and I was like, "Really? That's what you're taking away from this?"
That's another problem. That's another
I
problem.
was busy making eyes at you.
All right. Well, as long as you got it straight. We still have that Troy Baker whiskey around here if you want that from last time he was on.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, whiskey's always a good time.
All right, someone get the whiskey off the table. You know what else was a good time? Making The Last of Us, I bet.
Oh, yeah.
Hanging out with them naughty dogs.
Yeah.
Like the developers, not real weird people.
Yes, not, oh, you bad dogs.
We really need the whiskey. You can get it off the loves. No. What was that experience like? You don't do a lot of voice stuff, right?
I don't. I mean, I've done a few cartoons, but this is my first video game that I've ever done.
Yeah. And so you're like, I'll start small.
Yeah.
With a small developer nobody knows, a game nobody will pay attention to. Sure.
Yeah. And I mean, it's not lost on me that it's a pretty awesome place to start, and I'm really proud of the game. So I hope people like it as much as I do.
How do they get you involved with it? Was it just that your agent, I guess, manager, mom, whoever it is, was reading through stuff and they were looking for a girl for this Ellie part and you're like, I could do that?
Yeah, my voiceover agent, which, funny enough, is the same as Troy's, Troy Baker, who plays Joel, she sent me sort of the character description and a little drawing of the character, and I was like, she's like, would you be interested in doing a video game? And I was like, yes. What do you think I do between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m.? So I went out for it, and it was the first time where I was in a motion capture room, which that's where they had the audition. And I sort of walked in, and it was this kind of an intimidating room, but
Because it's like a blank space with like red lights, right? Like
it's just it's huge, and there are cameras everywhere, and you're like, whoa. And yeah, I mean, when I read it, I was like, this character, yes, she's 14, but she's really not that different from me.
Yeah.
So I kind of.
Now you say that though. Is that true? Is that hard to do? I mean, like the whole point of Ellie, right, is that she's been raised in the world after the mushroom people. She's only known horrible monster-infested America, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's the only world she's ever known, of course. But.
So is that hard to play? Is that hard to bring like you to your personality to?
You know, it's weird. Like and Neil's kind of talked about this too. Neil Druckmann.
Follow him on Twitter.
Yes, follow him on Twitter. Where it's sort of, this sounds so cheesy, but I think both of us have kind of become each other. You know, me and Ellie, we've both sort of influenced the character and who she's sort of become. So even when I auditioned for it, I was like, I'm totally this girl already. So when I went in, I was like, it's fine, you don't have to see more people, but you can. I did not do that. I always like have these dreams that I'm that confident, and then I don't ever do that. But thankfully I got the part.
So when you run into your other actor friends, and they've got their monocles in, and they're
all my actor friends
sipping their sherry, how do you describe The Last of Us to them? Well, my mom's watching right now. She's like the growing pains girl. Show me that smile. Show me that smile. She has no idea what The Last of Us is.
How would I describe The Last of Us? I mean, it's definitely a post-apocalyptic game, but I feel like it's a lot more than just, you know, your ordinary survival game. And I know, I mean, I might be a bit biased because I work on it, but I got to play it the other day when I went into Naughty Dog. I mean, I don't know if they wanted me to, but I was at Neil's desk and I was like, I'm gonna play this.
You set development back 4 months.
I know, I was like, what did you do? Yeah, it's so beautiful to me. Like, I mean, obviously the environments, and it was, I got teary-eyed because I know that's so stupid, but I think because it's been so long and that we've been working on the game, and it's so beautiful. I mean, just the lighting in the game and how hard everybody has worked on the game for this long. And I mean, I would describe it so much more than just a video game.
Right.
I mean, it's the story is so great, and I think these two characters together, Joel and Ellie, and sort of the journey that they go on it's super intense, and it's sort of weird to see that in a video game. And I mean, I'm really proud of it. I'm super proud of this game.
Good. Now let's go to Twitter.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, you follow me at GameOverGreggy. I tweet who's going to be on the show, like Vulcan Salute here.
Yes, me.
Yeah. Where'd you get your name? Because a lot of people were happy with your Vulcan Salute Twitter name. Why Vulcan Salute?
I don't know. What is Vulcan Salute?
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm a Star Trek fan.
I was popular in high school. I have no idea what it means.
Yeah, what is it? I don't know.
JDog6958 says, how hard is it keeping the story under wraps for one of the most anticipated games in 2015? Because that's the thing, you've been
really
doing
hard.
it for 2.5 years. You couldn't tell anybody what you're doing, what you're up to.
Yeah, it's super hard because a lot of the stuff that we've shot, I'm like, I want you all to know what we've been doing and sort of where the story ends up going, because a lot of people have sort of said, oh, I think it's going to go here, or I think this is going to happen, or I think that's going to happen, and I'm like, I can't wait for you to play
You've
this.
really never had a beard. You're
I
like
know,
doing
I've
the
done this
Anthrax
twice today.
beard, like.
Apparently I have a Gandalf beard. I'm gonna braid it. Yeah, man, it's really hard to keep it under wraps, but I'm pretty good at keeping secrets, so I will. Yeah, there were a lot of funny Twitter questions. One talking about your nipple size.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to talk about that.
That was
but
Naughty
I just
Dog
did.
James, one of the makers
I
of the
know,
game, telling you to
like,
insult me about
I don't
my
want
nipples.
to talk about
Thanks, James.
Greg's
Good stuff.
nipples. And now I'm talking about them.
Thanks, James. You talk, you didn't want to. It was weird looking ridiculous in the mocap suit. Your whole career looking ridiculous. Not
You
something
look ridiculous all the time.
Everyone knows my Dave Fennoy coffee mug here.
Oh.
DaveFennoy.com. He's a voiceover. You should go there. You wanted to give me a coffee mug, but you didn't have any professionally made. So where do you want me to go with this one? You brought in this one.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. If we're gonna get this, there you go. That's you as a baby being held up by a shirtless man.
Yes.
And this isn't like your dad. This is like you as a baby modeling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a pretty weird person, and I have a very strange and dark sense of humor. And so I was like, this is going to be, I found that picture.
Yeah?
Yes!
Yeah, this will be, Dave can stay at the interview, or the real desk from now on.
Well,
You're
'cause
going to be the interview coffee mug.
Yes, I do watch your show, so I know that you have his mug, and I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
but the problem is, of course, like, so you bring in the photo of yourself here, and then on the back you put a whole bunch of information, but like, whereas
do.
Dave Fennoy is DaveFennoy.com, you don't have AshleyJohnson.com.
I don't have a website.
So not only did you purposely misspell my name, you've included your IMDb page. So everybody go to www.imdb.com/name/NMO429. There it is. So you can go with Greg Miller's.
Because I imagine saying it with an accent. Up at noon with Greg Miller's, which I don't know why.
Why? Why would you imagine that?
See, I should have just stopped and not said that, because now it's not funny anymore.
They all laughed. They had a good time.
Thank you, guys.
I've been getting, oh here, the whiskey came. Thank you. There you go.
Oh, thank goodness.
So I've been getting the wrap-up sign, but I got two more for you. So you want first pull?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been
Woo, drinking on a show.
Okay, I'm Troy Baker, everybody.
Oh no, I'm drunk. Sorry.
We'd be remiss if we didn't hit 2 points then. The growing pains thing.
Yes.
You were on growing pains.
I was.
How was that?
It was great. I mean, I was so young, and I remember I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of candy.
Sure. Is that how they kept you in line?
That's how they sort of kept me in line.
Yeah.
There was a gum wall for all those 7 years the show went,
Yeah.
behind the scenes.
Where people took out their gum and put it on the wall?
Yeah, they put it on the wall before they'd walk out. And
Oh,
it was
okay.
like, 1,700 pieces of gum.
Gross.
Super gross. It was great.
Okay.
It was a really good
Do you
experience.
still get recognized for that a lot?
I do. And they're like,
Is it one of those
"Oh,
weird
you-"
things of like, I know you from somewhere. Where is it? And I got growing pains.
Yeah.
Or the shirtless man photo.
Yeah, they're like, they're like, wait, I saw this picture of you as a child, naked with a random man.
Yeah. Now,
That was me.
So now, do you talk to Alan Thicke anymore? Any of them? Any of them. I like Alan Thicke a lot, but if you talk to any of them, that's fine too.
I talk to him every once in a while. I talk to all of them. Alan Thicke, drink. Yeah, the Alan Thicke drinking game.
If you've ever been on Growing Pains and someone asks you about Alan Thicke, you have to drink.
What?
Do you talk? This is why we kept the booze away from you. Do you keep in touch with any of them? Do you ever see these people?
I do. Every once in a while I see them, or we email, or we call, and we check in. Obviously I was so young, so I wasn't as connected with everybody.
Yeah.
But we still all talk, and they're fantastic people.
Okay. You've been on you're doing the video game stuff.
Yeah.
But you're still a full-blown actress.
Yeah.
Doing
I
all
did
these
not
other things.
fart. That was the chair.
Only David Jaffe would have called you out of that, so don't worry at all. You're still doing stuff.
Yeah.
You were in The Killing. You do some
Yeah.
other stuff that I don't watch either. But my mind literally exploded, and they had to rebuild the mind for me when I was watching The Avengers, and you showed up at the end of The Avengers. The waitress, she gets saved by Captain America.
Yeah.
And I remember leaving there, and I was with one of my dumb friends, and he's like, man, Captain America 2's so obvious now. And I'm like, what? And he's like, he's going to fall in love with that waitress girl. And I'm like, ah! Like, no, we would have heard about that, you idiot. It's Chrissy Seaver. growing pains. How did that come down to? I mean, because it wasn't like, I don't know anything about. Believe it or not, I don't appear in many major motion pictures. I don't know how that. So was that just another random call that we need a waitress to like Captain America?
Well, no. I've worked with the guy who directed that, Joss Whedon.
Oh, that guy. Who's that?
Woohoo! I've worked with him a bunch, and I've known him since I was 14.
Oh wow.
So he is very much, in the school of like, hey, you work with all your friends, and you sort of bring all your, friends into all your projects that you do. So he called me. He's like, hey, I'm directing Avengers, and I was like, what? That's amazing. And he's like, hey, do you want to play like a waitress? It's like a smaller part, and I was like, what? Yes. Like, why are you even asking? Of course, I would totally do it. So that's how I got that job.
Nice.
Just because a friend was, I knew the right person. So.
All right. Well, now we're friends.
Yeah.
And so, number one, if you could email Ellen Thicke to come on this show. Number two, if you could email that guy,
Okay.
Joss Whedon, to come on the show. Greg Atlas would come to that episode.
Yes. There he is.
Ashley Johnson, you are a doll.
Greg Millers.
You are a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the show, first off, being a fan of Up at Noon.
I am a fan.
Thank you
I'm
for
totally
coming
a fan.
by. Thanks for being in The Last of Us. I hope it doesn't suck.
I hope it doesn't either.
Everybody go to her IMDb page.
No, don't go to my IMDb page.
www.imdb.
See, I gave that to him before.
/name/nm042453/ question mark REF _ SR_1. Rolls off the tongue. Ashley, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's our show, everybody. Big thanks to Brian Altano, Ashley Johnson, and you, my amazing, beautiful audience. Some of them were very underage today. If you want to be in that audience, go.ign.com/upatnoon for details. As always, Brian and I will be responding to comments the first hour. This video is live on IGN, so come on down, hang out. We can play Spin the Bottle or something. We'll be back next Monday, but until then, I'm going back to bed. DaveFromWhere.com.